Hey friends, welcome back. This is episode 47, and we are ready to take on Champion Cynthia once again. As discussed, I took a little bit of time between episodes and trained our team up almost all the way to level 63. I tried to time it just right so they would all hit 63, but Anna is just a little bit short, but so close, I really don't want to use Rare Candy, so I think this should be good enough. I was curious too, so I did look it up online, and yes, the Elite Four, and especially Cynthia's Pokemon, are fully EV trained and IV trained. I think it said the Elite Four doesn't have complete IVs or complete EVs maxed out, but Cynthia's are like as perfect as a Pokemon could be. Good natures, perfect IVs from breeding, um, perfect allocation of EVs. So even though they're at level 60 to 66, that's very deceptive. They're probably as strong as at least level 70 Pokemon, if not stronger, which is the reason, for example, they've been outspeeding our team. Pretty much like I expected. I'm going to try to lead with Anna this time. I have some ideas in my head. We'll see how well they do or don't work out. Um, but I figured if I get them all to about 63, that's kind of in the middle range of her Pokemon's levels. And, I have the benefit of the affection mechanic helping me, which she does not get. But on the flip side, my Pokemon do not have perfect natures or EVs or IVs. And she also gets to use full restore. So I feel like if anything, this is still very much in her favor and will be a tough battle. But I believe in our team, and I think we can pull through. So let's give it another try and see how it goes. Attempt number 2. Have you been keeping well? Well, I won't read this again because you guys heard it all last episode, but if you'd like to pause and read it again, you are certainly free to. Alright, round 2, Sin versus Cynthia, here we go. Little higher levels this time. Oh, also, I think last episode I said that she only had 2 Pokemon left, including Melodic. It was actually 3. There was another one we didn't see, although I'm virtually positive I know which one it is. So we actually did not get as close to beating her as I thought, which makes me a little bit nervous. But again, I feel like I'd rather attack her with Pokemon that are a little bit underleveled and have some fun as opposed to going overleveled. Because if we lose again, I can always level them up a little bit more and keep trying until we find that right balance. Alright, so Spiritomb is first. The reason I want to use Anna first is because the really important thing for Anna is the Intimidate ability. I want to save that for her strongest Pokemon, which is a very strong physical attacker. But Anna really can't take a hit from much of her team, and is probably slower than much of her team because they're obviously EV trained. The one Pokemon that she can definitely take a hit from, and is also faster than, is Spiritomb. Maybe Melodic as well, but we have a lot of counters to Melodic, so I figured, plus Melodic knows Ice Beam, whereas Spiritomb does not, so actually I probably could not take a hit from Melodic. But I feel like against Spiritomb we have a decent chance here. Let's see how much a Brave Bird will do. Alright, that's actually a lot of damage, 158, so that did... Oh, it does have the berry, that's right. Okay, so that's 39 plus 2, so 41 damage. I'm going to keep that in mind, because I don't know... Okay, we should be able to survive to do another Brave Bird. I just don't know if it'll knock out Spiritomb. If it doesn't, she's going to use a full restore, and we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So my original thought was to use a Brave Bird and a U-turn. And that way I can save Anna with her Intimidate. I think another Brave Bird will knock it out, though. It's funny how 2 of our moves don't affect it at all. It's only Brave Bird and U-turn that do. Yeah, I'd rather save our other Pokemon for later on, so... Let's go with Brave Bird. Because I'd probably switch into Infernape. That was kind of my original plan. But I'd really like to save him for Rosary. Okay, yes, good job, Anna, and we shouldn't be knocked out by that, because it should do about 40 damage. Okay, 16 HP, that's actually pretty good. And level 63, that might help us. Maybe with our speed or attack down the road. Alright, and Melodic, that's good, because we are faster than Melodic. So I could do a Brave Bird and kind of sacrifice Anna. I could also do Giga Impact for a little more damage, but a little bit more risk. So I'm pretty sure Melodic's going to use like Ice Beam or Scald and knock me out right away. Alright, I am going to go for U-turn. I'm just thinking this through, making sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, let's use U-turn. And Melodic is probably going to use Ice Beam, although not certainly. Sometimes if you have a little bit of health left, the trainer will use a weaker move just to kind of catch you if you do switch like this. And U-turn is basically a switch. Alright, so if I was expecting the Ice Beam, I could bring in Wind. Wind could Grass Knot, which actually would do a lot to Melodic, but I think it still has way too much HP to knock it out. it's about to get the burn from the Flame Orb too, which is not going to help any. But I really need to save Wind for Roserade. Otherwise, I really don't have a Roserade counter, except, I guess sort of Billy. I guess, actually, Tom would be a good counter. To a degree, at least. Alright, let's switch in... Billy. I think he can take Melodic, and that way we can save Ace in the background. One, I don't want Ace to take an Ice Beam on the way in. And... okay, don't be frozen. Please don't be frozen. Please don't be frozen. Okay, we're not frozen. Melodic is burned, but that's okay. That's expected. Alright. Yeah, now we can save Ace for both Melodic if needed, or really for Gastrodon. I need it for Gastrodon. And maybe for her best Pokemon as well, if we can somehow get... Ooh, I did not do as much as I was hoping it would. If we can save Ace until then as well. Okay, can we survive a Scald? Okay, we can. Don't be burned, don't be burned, don't be burned. Don't think we're burned, right? Because it would have already happened. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Because I don't think Melodic is low enough to use a full restore. And we're faster, so it can't recover. Melodic is fairly fast, but not fast enough. The only downside is we're going to lose Billy by doing this, but I don't really want to switch out. I could switch in Leafeon, but then the burn might take her low enough to use a full restore. And Billy's not super fast. There's not really a great reason to switch him out and save him for later. Oh, withdrew Melodic. Okay. Oh, and I know what she's going to bring in. Gastrodon. Okay, well, I should have switched, because I probably would have switched to Ace. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay. So, I wonder if I should... Okay, let me think this through. So, Gastrodon I'm sure is going to use... Well, it could use any move to knock me out. It could use Earthquake. But I just don't want to risk it using, like, Muddy Water or something. I can't bring in Anna. One, it's a special attacker, so the Intimidate wouldn't do that much. But I really want to save Anna for her final Pokemon, just to get that Intimidate off. I could switch in Ace. It probably wouldn't use, like, an Ice move or something. Ace would take a little bit of damage. I think I want to save Tori as well, and Tori can't really do much in return. Wind can't switch into a Water move. Wind does have Grass Knot. Alright, so let me think this through and what's kind of play out what's going to happen in my mind. So if I bring in Ace, Ace can take whatever Gastrodon wants to do, assuming I don't get like frozen or burned or something, and Leaf Play to take out Gastrodon. She will then bring in Roserade, and I think I'm going to have to... I'll have to let Ace die to Roserade then. And then Billy could finish off Melodic next time Melodic comes in. So it's really a matter of who do I want to save. I could do this two ways. Oh, this is so tough. Okay, so I think, like, do I want to just sacrifice Billy now and rely on Ace to take out... Let me run that through again, because there's two scenarios in my head here. Okay, scenario one is I just sacrifice Billy right now. In that case, I bring in Ace. Ace defeats Gastrodon. Roserade comes in. I have to let Roserade defeat Ace, because I've already sacrificed Billy. I can't use him as a sacrifice. So Ace is down. Then I bring in Win. Win defeats Roserade. But yeah, both of my attackers from Melodic are dead, so I can't do that. I can't leave Billy in right now, or I'm going to probably lose both my attackers, because Roserade is faster than Win. I could bring out Tom maybe for Roserade, but I think it has Dazzling Gleam, so I'm not sure I want to do that either, and it's probably faster. Alright, so I think I have to switch, which means I have to let Ace take an extra attack. Which is probably okay though, as long as I don't get like an accuracy drop from Muddy Water or anything like that, because Ace should resist most of Gastrodon's move. And I think having Billy later, either to finish off Melodic or to sacrifice so that Leafeon can have a free switch out to save for Melodic. Either of those should work. Rock Tomb, okay, I was not expecting Rock Tomb. That's probably okay, it doesn't do too much damage, my speed is down, but I should be faster than Gastrodon I would think still. I really hope I am. Yes, okay, good. I was looking for those words there. Would it say Ace or would it say Gastrodon? Alright, so even though numbers-wise it looks like we have a big advantage, most of our Pokemon are at very low HP and our Pokemon do outspeed us. Okay, so now I have two choices. I could sacrifice Ace to a Sludge Bomb. I'm pretty sure one Sludge Bomb would knock out Ace because it's stab, super effective, It's a good move, and it hits Ace on his lower special defense stat. Then I could bring in Wind to probably defeat Roserade, assuming there's not a crit on the Sludge Bomb against Wind, which I have to rely on here. Gotta get at least a little bit lucky, or at least not unlucky. And then Billy and Melodic would probably destroy each other. So I think I'd rather just switch out Ace and have Ace destroy Melodic, because then there's no recoil damage. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to switch in Billy as a sacrifice. Because really, Billy's too slow, I think, to really do anything else. Unless I guess Melodic, but I have Ace for that. All right, in my head, all this makes sense. I think what's really going to come down to is Roserade going to get a crit, or maybe even a poison might do it too against Win. And I have to hope the answer there is no, because she's faster. All right, so yeah, at least against the first half of her team, I don't really know what's going to go on against the second. Her best two attackers we haven't even seen yet, and I'm kind of just going to, I think, hope for some rolls of good luck there, my Pokemon to hang on or something, because I'm still not sure how we're going to defeat them, but at least when we get to that stage with as many Pokemon as we can. I have like rough inklings of maybe using Staraptor with Intimidate, but we'll see. Alright, Flare Blitz should definitely knock out Roserade. The question is, will it knock me out as well, but I have to risk it. Okay, Sludge Bomb, please don't crit. Okay, good. And no poison either. Now I think this Flare Blitz will probably still knock out Infernape. I don't know how much health Roserade has, but it's probably enough. So I think it's 1/3. Yeah, it'll be a knockout. And Poison Point. So it'll definitely be a knockout to the poison, but that's okay. Win, you took out Roserade, you did your job. That's all I asked for, and you survived the Sludge Bomb. That's what mattered. Alright. 1 for 1, I will take that trade. Although we can't trade on her last Pokemon. If we do, I think we lose. Okay, so the question is, who is she going to send out? I think because we've defeated... Wait, she switched out Spiritomb, didn't she? For Gastrodon, right? Oh, I forgot about that. Or who did she switch out? Was it? No, it was Melodic she switched out for Gastrodon, right? Expecting another electric attack. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be Melodic. I wish I could see, like, does she have 3 left or does she have 4? I think she has 3. Unless I lost count here. And Ace is not going to be particularly... Well, it might be good against her last Pokemon, actually. Or at least okay against it. If it was like the same level and same EVs, it would have a better chance. I think neither one would be super effective against the other, but Ace has a really good defense. And like I said, it's a physical attacker. But I think I'd rather save Tori and Tom for that. So let's bring out Ace to take out what I assume is going to be Melodic. Yes, okay, Melodic, good. And it's low HP. Ace should be faster. The Rock Tomb speed drop has obviously gone away. It doesn't stick with you once you switch. Okay, so she has 3 more. So this is where we lost before, when Melodic was weak and burned, but still alive, and she had 2 more we hadn't seen yet. So we're doing better than last time for sure. Alright, those, what, 3 levels or so? 4 levels? Definitely make a difference. And I think starting with Staraptor was a good strategy too. Get some damage out without having him faint, or her faint. Hey, level 64, that might actually matter. Alright, 2 Pokemon left. Lucario. Alright, Lucario, I don't know what Lucario wants to do. I could switch in Tom, but it probably has Dragon Pulse, or I don't know if it can know Dazzling Gleam. I know in the old games it definitely had Dragon Pulse, and it learns it by level up, which means it seems like it might be a little more likely to have it. Also, it hits on Tom's lower special stat. And because it could be a special attacker or a physical attacker, I don't want to use Anna's Intimidate against it because it might not do anything. I could bring in Tori. Tori could Brick Break, but without Stab that wouldn't do a ton of damage. I think staying in and using Dig is going to be our best bet here. Alright, let's go for it. Aura Sphere, okay? I think we can survive an Aura Sphere. Hang on, Ace, hang on. Yes, okay, good. Alright, now I don't think Dig is going to be a knockout though, because we don't get Stab, and Lucario has not great defenses, but you know, it does have defenses, so. Alright, well the good news is it's not in full restore range, because if it was, I couldn't use Dig again, I have to use something else first. We're probably going to faint no matter what it does now, but let's use Dig just in case. Flash Can, okay, so we know it knows Aura Sphere and Flash Can, so it's definitely more of a special attacker. We just don't know what its coverage moves are. Alright, so again, I want to save Anna for the last Pokemon. I think Tom's going to be the way to go here, even though, yeah. Once again, we gotta hope to not be unlucky. If it doesn't crit on what I assume is going to be a Dragon Pulse, if it knows Dragon Pulse, if it doesn't, we're in a lot better shape. So I don't think it knows Ice Punch. It probably could learn Ice Punch, but not in this game. Maybe as an egg move, I don't know. I'm overthinking this, okay. Any of our moves will knock it out. Well, maybe not any of our moves, actually. Actually, probably just Earthquake will knock it out. I don't see a reason not to go for it. Okay, and are we faster? If it's faster, it does no Dragon Pulse. Okay, come on, Tom. Please survive this Dragon Pulse. Yes, okay. We survived, and okay, so now it's us versus her last Pokemon. Honestly, though, I think we're going to have to get a little bit of luck here, because now that we've been weakened from Lucario, we have the Intimidate, but we don't have enough health to survive one of its attacks, I think even after the Intimidate. Alright, Garchomp. Oh cool, she has all the little Pokeball decorations, I like that. Alright, so yes, her best Pokemon, her signature Pokemon, in case you guys didn't know, although I imagine most of you did, is Garchomp. So Garchomp versus Garchomp. Unfortunately, Tom is at less than half health and 3 levels lower, and also not IV trained, not the best nature, so yeah, he could very easily sweep our team. Now the question is, because he's going to know Dragon Claw or Dragon Rush, or Outrage, or probably Dragon Claw or Dragon Rush. I think even after an Intimidate, there's just no way Tom is going to survive one of this Garchomp's attacks. So there's not really reason to switch into Anna. I might as well just let Tom faint. Is there a way I could get off 2 Intimidates? If I switch to Anna, it's not going to use Earthquake though. It might use Earthquake against Tori. So let me just think something through. If I switch into Tori here, Tori gets Dragon Claw, that would probably do a little more than half, I would guess. I could then switch into Anna to take what I assume would be an Earthquake. Switch back into Tom, but at that point Tori's damaged too much to take a hit, even if it's like a -2 hit, so I think I'm just overthinking this. Plus that's more chances for Garchomp to crit. I think the best thing to do is just to let Tom faint here, bring in Anna for the Intimidate, and then after Intimidate, Tori can survive an Earthquake, and I think what this is going to come down to is we have to get lucky with either Tori holding on or dodging it, or one of our Pokemon dodging an attack. It doesn't necessarily have to be Tori, I don't think, although that'd be the best choice. Alright, Dragon Claw is super effective. It'll only do a little more than Earthquake, but might as well go ahead and use it, just in case we dodge or hold on. I would love for Tom to hold on. Come on, Tom, digging deep. No, it didn't hold on. Okay. Alright, so there's our first miss of some good luck. Let's bring in Anna now. Alright. So, decisions. I could use Brave Bird and knock myself out. I could U-turn. Oh, I kind of like the idea of U-turning. But it does less damage. Decisions. I could also Giga Impact here, which would do the most damage, but it has a chance of missing. Just thinking through some possibilities. Alright, let's... So the thing is, we are slower. So the only way we get a chance to attack is if it does a non-attacking move. Garchomp cannot learn Dragon Dance, it could learn Swords Dance, and I could definitely see them giving Cynthia's Garchomp Swords Dance based on everything else that we've seen so far. That would be very powerful, but they've clearly made her as challenging as they can, so I could actually see that. But I think... No, I'm thinking Choice Bandit. She can't be... Obviously it's in Choice Bandit, because I assume it has Yachi Berry. Alright, decisions here. Yeah, now I'm worried, because if I... Probably not going to get a chance to attack. It's probably going to use like Dragon Claw right away and just knock me out, and that's the end of it. But if it does attack, I don't want to knock myself out with Brave Bird, because then it gets a free Swords Dance, essentially. And does a +1 attack against Tori. Because Tori can survive a -1 attack. A +1 attack, I don't think so. I could use Giga Impact, but that's kind of the same issue, right? Okay, let me think that through. I use Giga Impact, He uses he uses Sword Stance. I use Giga Impact. He attacks again. See, the trouble is I need to do enough damage here that I can also that I can use an Ice Beam through the Yache Berry and defeat it. What if I U-turn? So if it Sword Stances while I U-turn, then it's at +1 attack against Tori. I could switch back into Anna again for another Intimidate, which puts it at 0, as it would knock out Ava. And then we're 1v1. That might actually be my best bet there. And that was what I was using, the U-turn option, right? If you guys didn't follow that, don't worry about it. I'm just trying to think all this through. It's still gonna come down to, I think, Tori has to get lucky, but alright. Let's use U-turn. Like I said, it probably won't matter anyway. Dragon Claw, that's what I thought. Alright, overthought that, but wanted to be sure. Well, either way, okay, so now, wait, it's at -1, so this is good. So Sumi doesn't get a crit. I wish we could like minus speed instead of minus attack there with Intimidate, but that'd be really OP. Alright, Tori. My last Pokemon versus hers. Obviously we have to use Ice Beam, but okay, we're slower. Ooh! Does no Swords Dance. So now it's going to be a +1 attack, so I think a +1 Earthquake here. Yeah, that's going to knock out Tori, I'm pretty sure. And there's the Yache Berry. So what's going to come down to is we either have to dodge its Earthquake or survive with 1 HP. It's going to come down to that affection mechanic. That did not do a lot at all with the Yache Berry, but I think now that the Yache Berry is gone, we could probably do the rest. So we got to just hope for a little bit of good luck here. Earthquake, we didn't dodge it. Come on, Tori, hang on, please hang on. Oh, it didn't hang on. Alright, loss number 2. Well, it's a decent strategy, we just didn't get lucky there. So I think I'm going to go back to my latest save just so we don't have to level them up anymore. And we will give that another go. Be right back. Alright, and we are back right where we were at the start of the episode. So I'm debating, do I change anything in that strategy? I think it was a good strategy. I think we just need to get a little bit lucky. Like, we didn't get... I don't think we got any affection bonuses there, which will be fine, but you know, again, if affection wasn't a mechanic, I would just train my Pokemon up to like level 66 probably and go with that. So yeah, as much as I've kind of compensated for that mechanic, again, I really don't like it because it introduces randomness, and too much randomness in my opinion, but I think it was overall a good strategy. We just have to, again, not get any unlucky criticals like we did last time. I mean, we did not get any unlucky criticals last time, which is what I want again. That's what I'm trying to say. And but also get a little bit of good luck with like a key dodge or a key hanging in there at some point. Because I think we can beat this even at level 63, and without using items. It's just going to be a little bit tough. And on set mode too. Don't forget that we're also playing on set mode, so we're doing a lot that's making this harder than it really needs to be. But like I've been saying all along, I enjoy a challenge, and this fight is certainly a challenge, and I appreciate it. Alright. So I'm going to do the same strategy as last time, I think. We're going to Intimidate Spiritomb, which really doesn't matter. Spiritomb seems to be a special attacker. Actually, ironically, most of our Pokemon are in a region that's known for sort of its physical attackers. Alright. Once again, we'll lead with a Brave Bird. And a nice bit of damage there, took 39 in recoil, so did a little bit less that time. I can tell just from the recoil damage. But I think 2 of them should still be enough. Okay, Dark Pulse. Yes, so that should do about 40 damage roughly, so as long as we get a good damage spread here. I think if we get like unlucky damage spreads, Spiritomb might be able to survive, but okay, good. I was a little nervous there. Like, if I had that one more level here to be level 43, that'd be nice. So that time we actually somehow end up with less HP, which I don't really get, because doesn't Spiritomb have the same amount of HP either way? Oh, it used Dark Pulse, that's why. Alright, once again, I'm going to assume she's using Ice Beam. We're going to U-turn out of here, do a little bit of chip damage, and get a free switch. Alright. So I really want to bring like Wind and use it Grass Knives. Don't think it's only one time super effective, and Melodic is heavy, but it's not like that heavy. It's not like it's, you know, Rhyperior or something. So I think once again we have to switch into Billy. I wonder if Flare Blitz or Close Combat would do a lot to it. No, 'cause it's gonna be burned. So yeah, it's got to be. It's gotta be Billy. Just see if there's anything we could do differently this time. Okay, please don't get frozen. Okay, not get frozen. Looking for that animation there. Alright, so this should be... Okay, now... I wonder if she's going to do that switch again. Do I try to outpredict it? I probably could. Oh, that's... Okay, that's more damage. Actually, I think she's going to use a full restore now. Critical hit, okay. Does that change things? I don't know. We'll have to see how that shakes things up. And Skull. Now, it did do more recoil damage to us, which is interesting. Okay, we did survive, though. Don't be burned, don't be burned, don't be burned. Yes, okay. So she's going to use... Interesting. Very interesting. She's going to use a full restore now. Okay. Which means I can't use Wild Charge. I'll knock myself out. I could use Earthquake, but then will an Earthquake plus a Wild Charge knock it out? I don't know. I don't necessarily think so. So let me just run through my other options before I choose to go with that or not. I could switch an Ace. That'd be a free switch in. I don't think Ace would be able to take it out with one Leaf Blade. I think it'll take two, especially after the burn. So that means it'll have one chance to Ice Beam Ace, and without Stab, I don't think it would be a knockout. It would be close, and I have to make sure I don't get crit or frozen, obviously, because I really need Ace for Gastrodon. So I could do that, and then I could switch back into Billy as a sacrifice against Roserade and kind of go like we did last time from there. Alternately, I could just leave in Billy, do some damage here. But yeah, the trouble is I can't use Ace to finish off. I can't use Ace to finish off Melodic, because if I do, she won't bring in Gastrodon. She'll bring in Roserade. Our teams have a really interesting match here. And I can't switch in. Billy will be dead then, so he can't take two hits. I'm just thinking through if this is okay. So what if I bring in Win? Trouble is I can't close combat. I wish I had Thunder Punch on Win, but you can only get that with the Move Tutor and Platinum. What does Wind? Window's Grass not that. Okay, so here's an idea. If I stay in, Earthquake, and the next turn I Wild Charge, I'll knock myself out. Wind can come in, use Grass Knot to finish it. I wonder who she'll bring in then. I don't think she'd bring in Garchomp too soon. It'll be something different. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Oh, okay, so she did not use a full restore. She still did the switch. I was not expecting that. I mean, I knew it was a possibility in the back of my mind there, but I didn't think it was likely. I thought the full restore would kind of override the switch. Alright, well on the bright side we did a little bit of damage to Gastrodon, which honestly doesn't really matter that much, but hey, it's something. I would say this would be a good time for a Volt Switch, because then I can kind of... This is when Volt Switch is really good. When your opponent might switch, and this is why it's so good in competitive battling, you get the switch advantage, because they switch first, and then your move goes off, you turn your Volt Switch, and you get to see what they bring in before you bring in your Pokemon. It wouldn't work here anyway, because Gastrodon would resist it, but in theory it was a nice idea. Alright, so I think I need to bring in Ace just like last time. And once again, or do I let Billy faint? There's not really a reason to let Billy faint. I think I might need him as a free switch in later on, so. Alright, now what this means is there'll be hopefully another Rock Tomb. I didn't mind the Rock Tomb. Okay, good. Because Ace doesn't mind the speed drop against Gastrodon, and we won't stand against Roserade, so. Alright, so we've kind of ended up doing the same strategies last time anyway, despite the crit. Didn't really change things up that much in the long run. It's sort of like different paths of branching futures here. It's really interesting how Pokemon battles go, especially when you get really into a battle like this one. Alright, down goes Gastrodon. And here comes Roserade. Alright, so we can't take a Sludge Bomb. There's not a huge reason to... I'm trying to think, did Tom really do much against... Who did I use Tom against? Lucario. I need Tom for Lucario, I think. Because, yeah, Lucario is fast, and Ace only has Dig, which is not ideal against it. I mean, basically it's a matter of I have Wind and I have Tom. I don't think Lucario is anything that's good against Wind, so I could also use Wind to, like, Flare Blitz out down Lucario. But I think Tom is probably the better choice. Just trying to think here. Okay, so right now she has out Roserade. I need to get in either Win or Tom. Now here's a question. If I brought in Tom, Tom would resist Sludge Bomb. Could I survive a Sludge Bomb and a Dazzling Gleam? And then retaliate. I assume it's faster. And then retaliate with Earthquake. And would Earthquake be a one-hit knockout? We do have Soft Sand. And Rotary does have low defense. And it's only level 60. Just for something different, let's give that a try. I'm nervous about like a critical hit Sludge Bomb on Infernape or something. And also, I didn't really like relying on the luck at the end of the last one. That might have to be our, our hope again. But, oh, it moved. Okay, that's even better. Good job, Tom. Okay, I'm not sure how much that's going to matter, because I'm pretty sure two Dazzling Gleams will knock us out. Okay, so it does have Dazzling Gleam, and it didn't crit. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a 2-hit knockout still. Okay, come on, Tom. Dig in deep. Knock out Rosary. Yes! Okay, that's good. That's really good. Because now we've saved Ace, who might be able to do something against her Garchomp. I'm not really sure. Okay, Melodic is out. Ooh, okay. Are we faster than Melodic? She's going to use a full restore. Crap. I might have to sacrifice Tom here, but our whole team is alive, which is nice. I could bring in Billy expecting the full restore, but I don't think that's really going to make a difference. But the full restore will get rid of the burn, so that's something. Alright. I was hoping she wouldn't full restore, but kind of knew she would. Now, I don't think 2 Earthquakes with the burn, would it be enough? Nope, definitely not. Because it's going to do even less with the burn. Wow, that thing is really defensive. Alright, oh, I didn't really mean to hit it that fast. I think that probably would have been the right choice anyway. Because we can't switch in Ace to an Ice Beam either way. But, alright, you did a good job, Tom. Put in your time for sure. And, okay, she down to her final 3 again? I think she is. But I can't see that, so... Oh, we could bring in Billy now, though, instead of Ace. Okay, so do I want it? If I bring in Ace, Ace could just defeat it, and then she brings in Lucario. And then we're kind of where we are before, except I have to use Wind to defeat Lucario instead of Ace. Or instead of Tom, rather. Alternately, we could switch in Billy now. They defeat each other. We do Wind versus Lucario again. I think it really ends the same either way. How much health does Melodic have left? Wait, I want to see. I can't go back? Ah. Okay, well... For my recollection, it was a little more than half, which is a lot. I might have to bring in Billy here, because I'm worried... That thing is just so defensive. I'm just really worried it's going to survive, like, whatever I want to do to it. Could I bring in... Well, I can't bring in Wind yet. Okay, if I bring in Billy... I guess what I don't want to happen is for Ace to come in with a Leaf Blade, not knock it out, which is possible. Let me check the summary here. Electivire's attack is 180 with a 90 base power move. Yeah, so Leaf Blade actually does less unless it crits than Wild Charge. They both get bonuses from Miracle Seed or Expert Belt. So I think I need to bring in Billy because I can't have Ace take an Ice Beam if I'm going to have any chance of using it against Garchomp. Not that that's a sure thing either, but at this point it's just trying things and seeing what sticks. Because I'm thinking I might be able to finish it off with a, unless you use another... Oh, it's actually lower than I thought. Okay, I was thinking it was more than half still. Alright, well... Too late now, I made my choice. Let's go for the Wild Charge. And this should be a knockout for both of us. Okay, nice. I don't think Earthquake would have been, unfortunately, so I probably would have used Recover, maybe? I don't know. Okay, well, it's a double knockout. Good job, Billy. You've certainly done a lot of work there. Alright, so now it's going to be Lucario, and we don't have Tom to defeat Lucario this time. But we do have Win. Hopefully Lucario doesn't know, like, Earthquake. Could also bring in Anna, but Anna's not faster, I'm pretty sure. Tori might be faster. But I just don't think Brick Break's going to be enough either. And actually, I think Wind might be faster than Lucario, right? Where is Wind speed? Wind's speed, not wind speed. 176. Yeah, it's actually, surprisingly, we must have a really fast Infernape. Alright. Wind, let's see if you can help us get the win here. I still think in the end it's going to come down to if Tori can hold out against a attack. Or if, you know, honestly, if Infernape dodges something, but it'd have to be like the Earthquake from Garchomp, because otherwise what's it going to do? Do I want to use Close Combat or Flare Blitz? Probably Close Combat, because we're going to go second, I assume. And we can't survive 2 hits regardless, so I don't really see a reason not to use Close Combat, whereas Flare Blitz we might knock out ourselves, which is not ideal. Alright, let's go for Close Combat. Plus it does more damage too. Nasty Plot! Ooh, okay, and it's not holding a Focus Sash, right? We learned that last time. Or am I forgetting something? No, the Infernape that Flint had Focus Sash. That's really lucky. She got really greedy there, I guess thinking we couldn't knock her out, but Lucario is not that defensive. Now, the bad news is it probably doesn't matter because defense drop or no defense drop, Earthquake is going to knock out win. That's all there is to it. Alright, but we do have some options here. I can't remember the last time I was put in a corner like this. Alright, we have 3 Pokemon against Garchomp, and if we were just faster, but we're not. Alright, so okay, we have 4 Pokemon left against Garchomp. This reminds me of the battle Ash versus Drake at the end of the Arge League, where he did really good in the first half of the battle, and then Drake brought out his Dragonite, and it came down to the wire. But alright, so we have 4 Pokemon. She has full restores though, which are also very powerful. And right now we have Wind, who's going to die to a single Earthquake. I assume it's going to use Earthquake. It might use Swords Dance. The trouble is, I don't want it to use Swords Dance, because if it gets greedy and goes for the Swords Dance, but I don't think it would. I think it would go for Earthquake. It could knock out all my Pokemon in one hit. Even Ace, I think, with an well, Dragon Claw, probably, because it's already a little bit weakened too. We'd have to get lucky with a dodge or holding on. So what I'm hoping is it's going to go for the Earthquake, and if it goes for the Earthquake and I switch in Anna, I get a free move against it, like while it uses probably Swords Dance or something. So then I could sacrifice Win, that put it at neutral. I'm just thinking, okay, so if I switch out, say I get this Earthquake that I'm hoping to get, and okay, that gets 1 Intimidate, so it's a -1. Do I leave an Anna and do some damage, or do I switch out? Because then it's going to be a +1 if it uses Swords Dance and stays in. I could use Close Combat. Maybe I'll do that. Because I can always bring in Win later. There's just so many options here. I need like a pen and paper to think of them all through. Or is there any reason to switch Win out at all? Because he's really just a free switch in for something later on. If I, on the other hand, if I just bring in Anna and then use the U-turn strategy again, okay, if I bring in Anna and use U-turn, either it has to knock me out before I can use the U-turn, in which case we're just even against it with Tori and Ace. Or, so I really want to get it at -1, but that Swords Dance makes that so hard. But if I let Win get knocked out and I bring in Anna, I think that's probably the right move here. I just don't think there's any reason to switch out and then try to keep in Win as death fodder. Not with Swords Dance, I don't think I can risk that. So let's go for Close Combat, see what happens. Earthquake, that's what I thought. I should have switched in, well, I was thinking I should have switched into Anna, but would I really have gained anything there? Alright, so let's bring in Anna. Get the free Intimidate off. Now what I don't know is it's going to use Swords Dance. So, okay, let me think this through. If I use Close Combat, that'll do a little bit of damage, not as much as I would like, but some. And then if it uses Swords Dance, it's going to be a +1, but I can switch out and bring Staravia back in later, if that even matters. Or I could just U-turn now and bring in another Pokemon. I guess the question is, would a +1 Earthquake take out either of my other Pokemon? I'm not sure it really matters what I do too much. I could also Brave Bird. I'm just worried if it Swords Dances, do I really want to Brave Bird or Giga Impact against it and give it a free knockout? Do I gain anything? Would I actually switch out Anna? Because if I wouldn't switch out Anna regardless, then I might as well just do some damage on my way out. It really doesn't matter. U-turn here would be insurance against Sword Stance. Last time it didn't use Sword Stance, did it? So let's assume she's not going to do it again. So let's go with U-turn. Dragon Claw, okay. Yeah, I assume the AI, it seems to be more consistent against these trainers than it is sometimes. Some of the other AIs have more randomness programmed in. Alright, so it's at -1 now, right? Which is definitely good news. I'm going to bring in Tori just because I don't... Ace is even against it, but I'm worried if it can't knock out Ace in one hit, it might be programmed to like use a Sword Stance then, which is what I would do. And I don't want it to Sword Stance before it faces Tori, so... Alright, because a +1... Okay, Earthquake hits, survive Tori, come on. Yes, okay, we survived. So we still need to get... Now we could get a freeze. That's another possibility I didn't consider. I would also very much take a freeze. Okay, we didn't get the freeze. Oh, we got the freeze! We did get the freeze! Okay, that's great. Because as long as it doesn't defall this turn, which I don't know if it can, then this should knock it out. Hopefully it doesn't take it into like red range and use a full restore, but I'm going to go for it. Frozen Solid. Yes! That's what we need, just a little bit of luck there. I kind of like too that it wasn't affection luck, that it was just mechanic luck, but either way I'll take it. Yes! Down goes Garchomp, and just like that, Cynthia's defeated, and we are the champion of Sinnoh. That was tough. It took our whole team there. We survived with 2, but Ace did get some screen time, so I'm glad they all got a chance to participate in that battle. Alright, good job Tori, good job everybody. Just a few minutes ago, you were the most powerful challenger, and just now, you became the most powerful of all the trainers. You are now our newest champion. And hard-earned as well. That was a good fight, Cynthia. A good couple fights. I guess if it's 2 out of 3, she technically won, but we'll be back for more rematches down the road. Maybe with our other team too. That could be interesting as well. But very hard, I'm sure. That was excellent. Truly an outstanding battle. You gave the support your Pokemon needed to maximize their power, and you guided them with certainty to secure victory. You have both passion and calculating coolness. Together, you and your Pokemon can overcome any challenge that may come your way. Those are the impressions I got from our battle. I'm glad I got to take part in the crowning of Sinnoh's new champion. Now then, step onto the lift. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think a Hall of Fame entry has ever felt as well earned as that one, or as hard earned as that one. Those were some battles, and I enjoyed them a lot, and I really hope you guys did too. I know there was a lot of like me sitting around and thinking and brainstorming strategies, but I really appreciate that those fights were hard enough to really take that level of forethought in order to succeed, and a little bit of luck too. It was definitely gonna take a little bit of luck no matter what we did, because there was just a little bit too much stacked against us, but knowing all that luck was a possibility, that's why I kind of wanted to go in at level 63 and not like at a higher level. The room ahead is the Hall of Fame. Hey, I'm Professor Rowan. Good of him to be here. Sin, your last battle was splendid. Oh, hello, Professor Rowan. A child I enlisted for my Pokédex project has come this far. It's only natural that I come and witness their crowning achievement. Sin, I shouldn't call you a child anymore. You've grown into a real champion. Professor, you still enjoy the enthusiasm kids bring to your research, don't you? Step this way, please, Sin. Professor Rowan, I need you over here as well. I think somewhere, I don't know if it's in-game or somewhere else, they actually say that Cynthia helped him out with the Pokédex a long time ago. I guess not too long ago. She's not that old. She's probably like, what, 20 or in her 20s maybe, and my character's like 12, so maybe a decade ago. It's been a long while since I last entered this room. If the last time you were here was when I became champion, then yes, that would be quite a long time ago. Sin, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Your names will be recorded for posterity here. What you are leaving are the memories of your adventures so far. It's time to record your names, you and your Pokemon. Remember, your Pokemon are partners that grew with you through many challenging battles. You can say that again. Many challenging battles indeed. This machine will make a permanent record of your achievement. And there's also another machine making hopefully a permanent record of my achievement, which is my computer, obviously. And I really hope this recording doesn't crash, because it just saved too, so now I really, really hope the recording didn't crash. I'll make a backup of this as soon as I'm done recording right here. Alright, good job, Anna. Good job, Win. Our little Starly and Chimchar we had so long ago. And Billy, our electric type, my favorite electric type. Ace came in very handy with his defensive stats and his Leaf Blade. Tori, the star of the show, finishing off that Garchomp and getting a critical freeze. And of course Tom, arguably our most powerful Pokemon. Did a lot of damage against a few members of her team. There we go. Ta-da! That's awesome. I really like this team. This has been a fun team to train, a fun team to use. I wish we had more time to use them, but hey, you know what? We actually do because there's actually quite a bit of post game and a lot of rematches, and I'm excited to use this team and also our secondary team as well. All right, so are there going to be credits or is it going to go to the title screen? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the credits roll and mute myself here, and then when I come back, we'll start doing the post games. Thank you guys for watching. See you again soon.